I'm Charlotte with the Investing News Network, and I'm here today with our battery metals reporter, Priscilla. We're going to talk to you about what happened in the cobalt and lithium spaces during the month of September. Priscilla, let's start by talking about cobalt. There was a lot of news out of the DRC last month.
Yeah, definitely the DRC, which is the top cobalt producer, took center stage again last month when the country's mine minister said that the new mining code cannot be called into question. Now, investors that have been following the news know that international miners have fiercely opposed this new mining code because it increases taxes and royalties.
What have we heard from the DRC president about this?
Well, President Joseph Kabila also urged miners to implement the new code and said that he will create special economic zones for companies that are manufacturing goods from the country's minerals. Last month, we also heard from a government official saying that the DRC expects to issue a decree categorizing cobalt as a strategic metal by the end of October. What does that mean? Basically, the taxes and royalties will be increased to 10%.
So much going on in the cobalt space. How have we seen prices behave last month?
Well, prices have been falling since April, but some analysts said that we started to see a bit of a rebound in September. INN actually talked to benchmark mineral intelligence analyst Casper Rolls, who said that actually the cobalt market fundamentals have not changed and that falling prices show that the market is sentiment driven as much as it's driven by the supply and demand dynamics.
Let's move over to lithium. What did we see from top producers in September?
Well, we also had lots of news in the lithium market. Speaking specifically about majors, we heard from Chilean lithium miner SQM and Australia's Kidman Resources, which are facing a legal challenge at their Mount Holland project in Western Australia after a Perth court recommended the Western Australian Mines Minister should not give an exemption for past exploration expenditure obligations. Now, the move could slow down the ramp-up of the project, but it's worth noting that both companies have said that they're fully committed to this lithium project and that the recommendation is non-binding.
As we all know, China is a major lithium country as well. What did we see from Chinese producers?
Well, most market watchers would agree that the biggest news in the lithium sector came from China and specifically from Ganfeng Lithium, which signed a deal to supply lithium to Tesla from 2018 to 2020 in a deal that could be extended by 3 years. Now, last month, Ganfeng also signed a deal with BMW to supply as much lithium as the German car maker might need for the next 5 years, showing that electric car makers are still looking for ways to lock in long-term supply of the metal. Now, that was not the only deals that the company signed. It actually also agreed a deal with Korean battery maker LG Chem to almost double its supply of lithium from 2019 to 2025.
And that is not the end of the news from Ganfeng last month. Tell me about the last thing the company said.
Well, just days before the month ended, Ganfeng Lithium say it was seeking to raise up to 678 million in its Hong Kong IPO, and also said it had secured 6 cornerstone investors, including Korean battery maker LG Chem and also Samsung SDI.
Any final lithium developments last month that investors should be aware of?
Well, there are always more news in the lithium sector, but a few that are worth mentioning include in Australia, Pilbara Minerals started to deliver spodumene and tantalite in Western Australia. Also in the same region, Altura Mining officially opened its Pilgangoora project. In Europe, Savannah Resources upgraded its resource estimate for its Minas do Barroso in Portugal. When we look to North America, Cypress Development released a positive PEA for its Clayton Valley project. And finally, in South America, Neolithium said it was in talks for a $490 million deal to finance its Tres Quebradas project in Argentina.
Thank you so much. We will leave our September update there. Join us next month when we discuss what happened in the lithium and cobalt markets during October. In the meantime, you can follow us on Twitter at INN_resource, on Facebook at Resource Investing News, and of course on LinkedIn at Investing News Network. See you next month.